listening to BS the podcast with Benny Philhauer and Sal Zizzo. Thanks for Richie Arcopara. Enjoy.
Say it the way you say it first, so we can try and understand.
Meta.
What? Excuse me. 3, 2, 1.
Back up a little. So people need to
What do you mean back up? I am backed up.
Can't see the top of your head.
There.
Welcome back to BS the podcast. We are here on our second to last episode. That would also be considered the penultimate episode, if you didn't know that word there, Sal. That's a spelling bee word.
Did not know that.
And we got Johnny effin' Russell, as a lot of fans in Kansas City like to call him. We're excited to talk to him. We're going to ask him some funny stories. I know, Sal, you don't know him as well as we do, but quite a character.
Yeah. I'm going to take a back seat a little bit and let you guys kind of grill him a little bit. And, yeah, should be fun.
Yeah, let's not take any more time, and let's bring him on the show. Welcome, Johnny Russell.
Finally, mate. You don't have anyone else to interview, so...
That's not true. We were saving the best for last. That's true.
Wait. Doesn't he need headphones?
Oh, crap. He's got headphones on, bro.
Oh, wow. Those AirPods are just getting smaller.
So we're
all
rolling.
right, Johnny, I'm sure you've listened to 18 of our podcasts so far.
Yeah.
So as you know, we're going to start off with some quick hitters, or as we like to call them, slow hitters now, because it takes forever to get through these. And then we'll get into a little bit of the interview questions, and we'll finish off with Ike's interrogation, which you are genuinely going to be screwed for, I think.
Yeah, buddy. For all those times you roasted me 1v1 in training. Yes, sir.
Nah.
Never. Hey, you better start whipping out some whiskey right now. Warm yourself up. Need the loose lips.
Tequila sitting there.
Are you in Scotland right now?
Yeah.
All right, so it's 6 hour difference, so it's not too bad. It's not late yet. It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right.
9.
Let's get it going. All right, slow hitters for the day. First question. Rank these cities from best to worst. Glasgow, Derby, and Kansas City.
Glasgow, Kansas, Derby.
All right. Derby has got to be the last one, dude. Because I live there too, and there isn't a question. Derby is hardly a city.
It's a bit better than when you were there, but there's not much there.
Bro, I just remember when I was there, it was horse-drawn carriages. I thought transported back in time.
You were
the Amish country of England.
Well, when
I said you were playing like a horse-drawn carriages.
I wasn't playing.
I'll say when Johnny was playing, he was too busy getting in bar fights or something like that.
Nah, never.
Yeah.
Only one bar in Derby, so.
Yeah. Well, Johnny wasn't allowed to it.
There's one restaurant, one bar, one nightclub.
No,
right.
It got a lot better.
Yeah, I believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. Anyways, here's a good one for you. You're Scottish, so you got a thick accent, and some people have a hard time understanding some of the things you say. So what would you say is the hardest single word for an American to understand you saying?
Do you want me to say it the way you say it or the way I say it?
I want you to say it the way you say it first, so we can try and understand.
Mirror.
What? Excuse me?
Exactly.
Say it louder, though.
Mirror.
Oh.
Like the thing you look at yourself in.
Yes. So I was in New York.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was trying on some clothes, and I was asking a guy if they had one, and this guy had no idea what was going on. He was just like, "Nah, I don't have one." Walk around the corner, like a full length one. I was like, he obviously has no idea what I'm talking about.
How would we say that? How would an American say it?
Mirror. He's just make noises.
Mirror.
Yeah. Mirror.
What about what about the drink that we drink sometimes after games, or like at halftime?
What?
H2O.
What?
There's a T in there in the middle. You can't just put a bunch of vowels.
We drop letters. We don't need them.
The T is silent.
Yeah, you just drop letters. You don't need to pronounce it. Just what?
All right, mirror and the water. Why do we even have these letters? And I think mirror to them is like 3 letters. It's just MIR.
Yeah.
And then wah.
We understand it, so that's fine.
All right, moving on. All right, you got to rank these teams now, and one of them I know. No, it's similar, but there's one extra team that I know is dear to your heart. So
they're going to be top, if you know.
Sporting Kansas City.
Yeah.
Darby County. Celtic, and your favorite Rangers.
I thought these were slow bummers. Jesus.
Wait, are we ranking them?
These are the easy questions. I will get you the tough ones.
I'm not
later.
even looking forward to the interrogation now. Number 1, Celtic.
Yeah.
And then, are we talking Casey and Derby when I'm playing, or right now?
I would say, like, in terms of your
love for the club,
fun you had there, and whatever, like, all in all, organization, the time that you spent there, all that kind of stuff.
Well, I've never spent any time at Celtic. I put them one.
For different reasons. All the teams are for different reasons, but
yeah, well, you know who's last, so it's a toss up between second and third.
So is Rangers second?
Oh, no. Dead last.
Okay, Johnny. Before we go on, if Rangers came out of left field and said, "We'll give you $5 million a year," you're not going. Wow, you're a man.
I mean, it's never going to happen.
Well, no, but there's a hypothetical for everything.
Nah,
20?
Can't happen. Can't happen.
25?
just for a year.
No,
It's not happening. I'm not Benny.
It's got to be more than $5 million, dude. He's a DP. He's got to get paid more than $5 million to go
That's
there.
true, and he's running a Rolex flexing on us on this podcast, so jokes on us.
All right, okay. He'll call it a tie. These aren't the plead the fifth yet, so you don't have to.
Yeah,
you don't have to sweat it over. All right, last question for the slow burners. This year, Kansas City, as we both know, had a bad year, down year, and most players.
Part legs, fault.
Yeah, most players didn't perform up to their normal abilities, and so my question to you is: who would you put your money on to be the most improved player on SKC next season?
Daniel.
Saw that one coming.
We all did.
I mean, great guy, but
no, he's not a great guy. He's not a great guy. Don't you dare give Daniel that.
He's my roommate. I've got to stick.
Poor guy, dude. Hey, at least he got his goal before the season ended.
Yeah, true.
Well,
True.
And he had a nice assist too. He had a really nice back pass to me when I curled that sucker in Portland.
Goal of the season.
Goal of the year. Nobody, like I said in my speech, nobody could score a goal like that without trying like me.
So, well, yeah, that's true. Well, so after we played you guys here in Minnesota, I saw you guys after the game, and I walked up to Daniel. I said, Daniel, what the F is wrong with you? He says, what do you mean? I go, what do you mean? What do I mean? I said, 0 goals? What,
That was worthless.
I said, it's just soccer, Daniel. Do less. And he goes, I'm trying, man. Like, I'm shooting it from this angle. And I'm not even hitting the target. I said, I don't care. Do less. And so the next week, I texted him before the game. Yeah, I was. I straight up was like, it's a soccer, Daniel. I texted him before the game. I said, don't forget, Daniel, do less. Scores a goal. I texted him after the game. I said, you're welcome.
You influenced him?
I did. That's all you guys. I don't know what you guys did in that locker room, but someone should have just told him to just do less.
It was Brad Evans sending him Instagram after Instagram to crush his confidence.
It's a group chat. It's meant to crush confidence.
I actually didn't know he hadn't scored all year, and then I saw him score in that game, and it looked like I don't know. It looked like it was like the most important goal of his career, and I was just like so lost. I was like, aren't they out of the playoffs? Like in my head. But,
Dude,
That probably was the most important goal of his career.
yeah.
Well, that's what he gets for what he tried to vote for last year for the team awards, and I was crushing him because he wanted to win most valuable player, so he didn't want to vote for whoever our most valuable player was. I don't even remember who it was, and I was like, "You're selfish." I was like, "That's a selfish move."
That's a selfish move.
It was. So he had it coming to him this year.
Yeah, that's deserved.
I really hope for that kid that he is what Johnny said, though. I hope he is the most improved next year.
Yeah, I think he will.
He needs to break free of whatever was holding them back. Not talk to Brad, aka not talk to Brad Evans for the rest of the season or life. All right, you're done with the slow burners, and we're gonna move on to the main interview. Ike, I know you're gonna have some questions for him because we talked about this, but I'll start with the very first one, and I'd like to know what actually transpired when you came to Kansas City, because you were at Derby at the time.
Yeah.
You were. I remember right before you came, you were playing, and you guys had like a real shot at promotion to the Prem. So what was it that drew you to Derby? I know that God, I always forget his name. Mo Johnson was kind of involved there. So what drew you from Derby to Kansas City? And did you know anything about Kansas City, or how did that all work out?
Not at the time. So it all came about. So I came in the January. It probably started in the transfer window before. So the summer transfer window here. It was mentioned, but like I was still under contract. So I was like, nah, it's like not really at the minute. And then obviously leading up towards January, I had 6 months left in my contract, so I was open to talk to other teams. So I was open to discuss, and then it was Mo Johnson. So Mo Johnson and my agent know each other from back in Scotland, and then obviously Mo was Peter from the whole KC connection. So he had mentioned to me that there was interest. So initially I didn't know who it was. Just there was interest from the MLS, and that there was a couple of clubs, but I didn't know the clubs. And then it came out that it was KC. So, but to be honest, I knew nothing about the place at that point, and then spoke about it for a while. Family, my wife, just to see. It was something I always wanted to do. So when I played in Scotland, I had the chance to go and play in Serie A, but the move fell through.
Yeah.
So it was something I always wanted to do, was go overseas and play. And then I just thought, leading up to that, would I get many more opportunities to go and try something different? It came, like I said, it came out. It was KC. Mo put me in touch with Peter. After that, I was able to, look into it a little bit more, look into how the team played, the system. It's a system that I played under Steve McLaren, when I first went to Derby. So it was like very similar the way the teams played. So it was something that I was used to. And like making that transition, I felt going to a team where it was kind of familiar, although obviously it's going to be completely different. I felt that was going to be huge, and then going to play for a team, maybe a different system that I wasn't familiar with. But to be honest, it never really came to who the other teams were. Never really had the option of that. It was just like, there's teams interested, but this is like Casey, like the front runner.
Yeah.
I just felt just pretty rash at making decisions anyway. But no.
Would you, if Derby had made the Prem that year, if they had made a run and made the Prem, would you have regretted that decision or not really? Like, were you watching Derby being like, come on, don't make the Prem. Don't make the Prem.
No, I'm still all my mates are there, so I probably would have been a little bit. I would have regretted it a little bit. I'd been there that was my 5th year, so 4.5 years up to that point.
Yeah.
And trying it every year came so close my first year, and then playoffs another 2 years. I was there. We missed the playoffs 1 year. Biggest capitulation ever. I think we were end of February. We were 5 points clear, and we missed the playoffs completely. Finished 8th, lost the last game of the season, completely missed out.
Yeah.
So that was tough, and I would have regretted it. Not the fact that I'd moved, just the fact that I'd been there and tried so long,
Right.
and then the year I leave halfway through the season, then they would have made it.
Yeah, and the championship is probably the single hardest league to play in the world for how many games you guys got to play and how often you play and the type of game that it is. So,
yeah.
Did you visit Kansas City when before you signed?
No.
So just signed straight away, huh?
I think I signed on the Tuesday. So they were already in pre-season. They were in Tucson at the time.
Oh,
I remember this.
So I signed on the Tuesday. Flew in Tuesday night. Got in late at 11:30, 12 into the hotel. Woke up Wednesday really early. Went and seen the stadium, training ground quickly. And then it was like, yeah, you need to be on another flight. You're going to pre-season. So this was the Wednesday afternoon. So I got on a flight at 1 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon to Arizona. Straight in.
And then you did a beep test on Thursday on that little patch of grass before the stadium.
I played 6 months of a season. I went straight into pre-season.
When's the last time you've had a break?
So the June before. So I played from June until the following November.
So 18 months.
Yeah, with no break. And my very first day, ball gets switched over. So I was playing on the left and I was playing against Zusi.
Yeah.
First day, ball gets switched over. Going to take the ball on my chest. Just seen straight leg from Zusi coming out. Studs right down my side first tackle. And I was like, no, this is a bad decision.
This is the first tackle of the first practice session?
Literally my first practice session, we went in there. It wasn't 11v11, it was one team attacked the other. Yeah, it was one team attacked the other goal. Very first pass it get played to me. Just wiped me out. I was like,
Tim, I crushed Tim. Did Tim ever tell you he thought you sucked the first day? I'm like, Tim, what? He's like, this guy's gonna be terrible for us. I was like, first off, how did you just draw that from 7 minutes of soccer?
To be fair, I was gonna just add a little tidbit before you continue that story. To be fair, you loved Johan forever, and you still do.
Wait.
I said no. I only saw him. I didn't see him in practice. But I saw him again. No, he is not going to work.
Wait.
Johan in that preseason though, I was like, who's this guy?
Yeah, this guy should be at Milan.
All of you guys. I mean, everybody I talked to was like, Johan's going to be really good. I'm like, damn, the guy that took my number is going to be better than me. I was so disappointed.
That's why
I started watching him play. I was like, what are these guys talking about? To be fair, I think he did terrible last year. This year, I actually thought he did better.
That preseason, but I was like,
you were his.
This guy's.
But you were his teammate, and you saw the reason why all of us were like, yes, Johan has ability.
But even had maybe he played amazing that preseason, but I would never, having watched him in practice, I would say I understand where you were coming from, but I would never say Johan is going to be fantastic in this league.
Wait, before we even go there, remember, you're also the guy who said I was brutal. You thought I was the worst soccer player.
You suck at San Jose. I couldn't believe they signed you after me. That story will never leave me.
Please share the story with everyone. So
Johnny, I signed. So I was on a terrible team in New England for 2 years, and I just wanted to go somewhere where it would be good. And I was lucky enough that Kansas City wanted me. I knew that they were a good team. I knew Peter from the under-20s, so I knew he was a good coach. And so I was, whatever, I'm going to go to Kansas City. They wanted me. Perfect. So I signed there. I'm like, I think the year before they had been the number 1 seed in the East. They were in the East at the time, and they had lost, I think, to Houston. But either way, they were a good team, so I was happy to go there. Literally the next day after they announced my signing, they announced Ike Opara. I was like, why? Why do I always have to go to a team that starts getting worse the second I get there? I just remember Ike from San Jose. I was like, this guy is just a big, tall freak that does nothing. I was like, couldn't believe it that they signed this man. And then like in preseason, I was like, wait, this guy's kind of good. Well, I don't know why he sucked in San Jose, but he's pretty good. But he like hardly played the first. I mean, you played, but you weren't the out and out starter because of Colin. And I was like,
you mean
dude,
the first year?
Yeah, the first year. And you like played some games because he got hurt. I was like, God, they just like it literally took less than a month, probably less than a couple weeks for me to say, oh God, Ike's got to play. Ike's got to play. And
I didn't even know you yet. Really, you're like, man, I thought you sucked, but you're like kind of good. I'm like, what? Hey, nice to meet you.
I just remember like it was only a year. It was only like 2 years that I played you guys in San Jose. But I just remember like thinking.
To be fair, we were probably the two worst teams playing each other when we played. So like,
that's true.
It's hard to know who was good.
Oh God, I miss playing with you now, Ike. Let me tell you.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, well, guys, never say never.
We're going to start a petition to bring you back. Well, I don't know where I'll be, but
Benny's retired, so.
Yeah, this could be your last time ever seeing Benny as like your teammate, Johnny.
Yeah, he's retired.
I'm
retired of He's done.
I'm a contracted player until December 31st. So
fair.
That's nice. That's
well,
I'll see you.
I'll see you next preseason, Johnny. Where we going for Kansas City preseason?
You heard it here.
Place as always.
You heard it here.
Johnny, I who knows? Maybe I won't be your teammate anymore, but I'll be your coach someday down the line.
You're coming for that job. You and Brad.
Brad Evans?
Yeah.
No, Brad is still like sending text messages to Michelle. What's his name? His first name.
Your academy guy?
What's his first?
Your wife?
No,
That's Michelle Rivera. Michelle Rivera.
First, I was like, your wife? I was like, that's a little weird, but okay. Strange.
He's still texting Michelle Ribeiro for a job at the academy. So,
Where does he live now, Brad?
Brad
on the road.
Yeah. On the road again.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like living in campers in like Montana. And
you were the worst at that game.
Didn't Chance do that for like a year? Kind of just traveled around for a year.
I don't think Chance traveled around for a year. Not
for a year, but like a few months.
Dude, Brad owns a tin box that he drives around the entire country and just takes pictures of nature.
Like an Airstream?
Yeah,
like
that's exactly what it is. It's an Airstream.
I mean, it looks fun, man.
It does not look fun at all. Zero.
It's not for black people. Let's just put it like that.
As Mike Trello would say, when you get out of prison after 15 years, you need to just get away like that, to find yourself again.
What's trying to be like the Revenant? What is it? The Leonardo DiCaprio movie with the bear? Is he trying to get like? I'm confused. Revenant, yeah.
Revenant. Yeah.
Well,
all right. Good. Ike, help me out here. You want to bring some stories to the surface? Let's bring them.
Do. So, well, first of all, before we get the stories, guys, we haven't talked about Voldemort at all in this episode. And don't say it, Sal. Don't say it, Sal.
Voldemort.
You know who we're talking about. I think this is the episode we break the streak. But back to the initial podcast.
Are we talking about? I think I'm lost. Are we talking about Sal's friend?
Yes, Sal's okay.
Who's my friend?
Anyways, I just wanted to acknowledge we did a good job this far. Johnny, for folks don't know,
I'm lost.
Good. So we're still on the same path.
Yeah,
let's go.
Everyone doesn't know how big of a psychopath Johnny is in the locker room. No. You are a psychopath.
Oh, that's great, dude. Let's talk some about some of these stories.
Yes, like when Johnny decided to put 8 socks together and tape it together and watch out on the ball and throw it at people who weren't looking.
I mean, that's a warning.
Who's crazier, Jacob Peterson or Johnny Russell?
Johnny. Johnny, can we please tell the story about how when people get injured, they have to get treatment from our athletic trainers, correct? Except nobody can get treatment from an athletic trainer if their Achilles is severed off.
Oh God!
And in preseason,
that was my bad.
The best thing about Johnny is whenever he does something crazy, he apologizes right away. So he's like, "Well, I apologize." So
it's like,
sorry, I'm genuinely sorry.
So
this guy,
I get an idea in my head, and before my brain stops me, I go, "Nah, it's a bad idea. I've done it." And then I'm like, Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Tell us about it that he did though, and severed Tosh, our athletic trainer's Achilles.
Yeah. So we were in I think we were in Albuquerque. We were, and you know the little where we put our dirty kit in the
the laundry bin.
Yeah, the laundry bin. So Gerso's inside it, and I was just pushing Gerso around the locker room, and Tosh has walked out in front of us. So I've just tried to hit him and make him fall over. But I've rammed it into the back of him, and he's went down quick. And he's holding his Achilles, the back of his leg. He's holding the back of his leg. Like, I mean, he took it well. So he was like, So he took his hand away. Oh my God. His Achilles was just like right across, slit open. Could see inside. There was blood. Yeah. You could see inside his foot. And I was like, no, I've messed up here. So they took him. They had to wait. So they strapped it up to try and keep his foot on. So they took him to a hospital, a doctor or something, and he's like, "This is the worst I've seen without it actually being like severed." He says it's the worst.
Didn't actually rupture the Achilles, right? It was just skin, pretty much.
Yeah, it was just a cut.
Just a flesh wound.
Just a very deep flesh wound.
But it was. I panicked that time. I did panic. I was like, nah.
Anybody else?
But then it could be worse if it was there. Then, yeah.
How many players on the team out of the 30 you think would have got cut that day if they're not Johnny Russell?
Probably all of them. That one was bad.
There's another funny story that you weren't. Well, I wasn't here for that, but I actually got a text with that photo of Tosh's Achilles because
I got it too. It was devastating. I just been traded actually, so I missed.
Anyways, moving fast forward to like 10 months because Johnny obviously learned his lesson to not f with people anymore. But we're in the training room, and actually I have like these little bottles in the training room. So like half of them are water,
you have to give
half of them are water to clean like the bench or whatever, the bed or whatever.
Sport bottles, yes.
But then there's some other ones that are smaller and they're actually alcohol.
Yeah.
Like take the tape stuff off or whatever it is.
Adhesive, yeah.
Johnny grabbed one of these bottles thinking it was water, sprayed it right in Kurt's eye.
No, but that's just a mistake.
That's not intentional. I'm trying to hurt you. Like, yeah. Like, I mean, every day.
What was Kurt's reaction?
He couldn't see for a day.
The amount of days, I think he had Colton Storm in a chokehold 8 out of the 7 days a week.
You know what?
Every time I would get in the locker room, he was choking out Colton Storm every single day.
That was his fault, though. That's not me.
Yeah, that's true. Colton was a big bro.
Wrestler. Choked out me.
Yeah, Colton's like, I've wrestled in high school. Like, I bench 500 pounds. I can take you. Johnny was like, okay.
Can't defend a headlock. Once it's in, game over.
Every day. I think Colton was probably 0-142.
Yeah, tap him out.
Has he? I know he got traded or whatever. Didn't stay with the team, and I don't know where he is. But is it true that you still have all his property? All his?
Not anymore.
Oh, he came and picked it up.
So my last week, in case he came and got it. So that was. Wow. No, that was pretty soon. It was like 11 months I had his stuff in my house. So
what did he leave there? What did he leave there for 11 months?
A sofa, a little love chair, 2 beds, 2 mattresses, a curved TV, all his kitchen utensils, a wardrobe, and then a few other things, and 2 dumbbells.
Of course. 2 dumbbells from that guy.
No other dumbbell, just 2 40-pound dumbbells. That was the only dumbbells, 40 pounds.
Dude, you could have got some good money for storage for 11 months.
Yeah, no. He's like, yeah, I'll pay you. And I was like, no, just get it out. I just don't need it here. It's half my basement taken up with all this stuff.
Yeah. every day. So every day walking out from the locker room, whoever it is, Z or Sammy would always nicely organize 20 balls or whatever it is, like in a pattern. And Johnny would run up to it every day and kick all the balls at once. They'd go flying everywhere. And I'm like, this guy is just doesn't care about anything.
A lot of things that Johnny does, only Johnny can do.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's the reality.
Agreed.
I go out there and do those things.
Well, first off, your MCL would be hanging by a thread, but this guy kicks 20 balls in one pack and just walks it off. What? All
right, what else we got, Ike?
Benny, how was it to be Johnny's teammate after you, for a whole year, thinking he was the best player in the world?
No, it was you thought he was the best player. I said he was the second best.
Too much.
No. I would say you're Carlos Vela without Carlos Vela's name. That's what I always say.
And ability.
Don't be dumb.
So here's my take. So me and Ike obviously talked a lot. I mean, we talk a lot. We probably talk more now that we're not teammates than when we were. But we talked a lot last year because Johnny was ridiculous last year. I mean, he was pretty good this year, but last year he was different level. And Carlos, well, he was better this year, but he was still very good last year, right? So we compared you guys, and I kept saying Carlos is Messi, and he would say you're Ronaldo, even though both you guys are similar to how Messi plays. But and this is my take. Johnny was very good last year because he's good and because he was on the best team last year. Maybe outside of Atlanta, but in Western Conference, you guys were the best team last year.
Oh, we beat them, so.
Atlanta?
Yeah, we got a red card early.
Yeah, we probably were going to.
Yeah, Brad Guzan tried to murder.
Card.
Yeah, Brad Guzan tried to murder Kyrie Shelton on that game.
Yeah, and Kyrie somehow didn't break his leg.
Yeah, that was
ugly.
Only Kyrie.
Brad Guzan tried to say it wasn't a red card somehow. I remember him arguing the call.
I will say I was pretty stoked when Portland beat you guys because I felt like they were an easy win.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
So.
I just felt like they gave us our best chance to win.
I agree. Kansas City against Atlanta would have been a better game, but Atlanta would have definitely been favored. I don't know what would have happened, but I think I agree with you. Portland would have been an easier game for you guys. But anyways, Carlos was also very good, so we just kept bantering back and forth who was the better player last year between you and Carlos, and I think it was really close last year. I mean, this year, Carlos ended up being on the best team in the league, and then he became what he is, and Johnny still played well and did well.
Breaking every record.
Well, Carlos is ridiculous this year. So,
yes.
But like you still did things that like he was on a whole new level this year. But like he does things that you're like, wow. Like you had a like wow factor all last year as well.
Yeah,
like,
but Johnny did that this year.
Yeah, true. But like Ashley Cole, but it's hard when you're not winning. But like what about
the goal that he scored against Seattle though? That goal was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, he did plenty of things that I'm like, yep, he's still the second best player in the world.
The funny thing is last year we were like it was us and you guys kind of competing for the number one spot in even till the last game, right? Whoever won the last game would have the number one seed. What's that, Johnny?
Who got it?
So it was like we were talking to each other about our teammates doing well and kind of hoping that you guys would stop doing well. And you guys, well, at least I was like, God, can you guys stop winning so much and so we can catch you? So, Johnny, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, he caught us this year. Nah,
are you better than Carlos?
Come on. Yeah. Nah. He's a different level. He's especially this year. He's just out on his own. So
I bet Daniel didn't vote for him for MVP because he thought he was going to maybe win it. Daniel, so
Daniel's going to get comeback player of the year
in case Latam wins it, so he won't vote for Carlos.
Oh yeah. We won't even talk about that.
Yeah. All right. Any more questions, or are we going to get into the nitty gritty?
Getting the best part. Let's hear Ike crush him. I'm excited.
There's one positive thing to look forward to, Johnny. If you
the end of the call.
Yeah, the end of the call will be good. You'll be able to go to your friend that alcoholic drink over there, wherever it is, and take a nice long nap. But what I was going to say is if you answer 5 of these really easy questions that Ike's going to ask you truthfully, then you'll be able to ask one question to any one of us 3 that you desire. We have to answer it truthfully as well. So there is...
You could have prepped me on that, though.
Yeah, we'll start thinking of it now.
Guys, well, to be fair, I'll let you think on it for a second because I'm going to hit Benny with some breaking news. Since you're a huge Ravens fan, I just got an alert that Marcus Peters just got traded to the Ravens.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Probably something crazy.
I was hoping Jalen
I got that alert like 15 minutes ago, though.
Oh.
But Marcus Peters from the Rams
texted me.
Yeah, Schefter did? Good. I'm glad you guys are BFF.
All right.
Well, we might have to delete the segment. God knows what he did to get traded. So
actually, talking about football, it would be interesting to hear Johnny's thoughts on why he got scammed out of the fantasy football league this year in Kansas City.
Racism.
Wait,
Scottish.
What was the apology note that you got from Kurt this year? What was that for?
For kicking me out of the league.
Was it?
Without me knowing that I'd been kicked out of the league until like 3 days before draft day.
You were like, what draft pick am I?
yeah, Johnny, you ain't in it. I was like, what? Hurtado's took your place.
Yeah, you might not choke him out. Yeah, you might not be able to choke him out.
Nice. He's got a fish hook.
Moana.
All right.
They kicked me out of the league.
All right. So we're going to get into the difficult questions now, Johnny. So as you know, like I said, 5 questions, answer them all. You can ask one to us. Keep thinking on it. And you are on the hot seat. So welcome to Ike's Interrogation.
Welcome, Jonathan. All right. You know the rules of the game. Yeah, so it's not going to be that bad, I swear. Question number 1. You get to play Peter Vermees, the GM. Who is the first player on the current roster that you're getting rid of?
Oh, wow.
There's some guys that are already they're not here anymore.
They're gone.
Johan doesn't count, to be fair.
No, like there's other guys that we already know that aren't going to be here, So
which is fine, but I'm just saying, like you can't take the obvious like Benny or Johan.
Benny?
Yeah.
Why is that the obvious?
Well,
it's easy for me to
on the
get you
podcast. You can't cop out by saying your name.
Got it. Yeah. No, I agree. Can't say me.
Yeah. Even if it's true, but
let's just leave it at can't say me.
Oh, he has the highest odds of getting cut.
You can plead
I'm
the
stealing someone's fate, yeah. If I say it, they're gone.
Let's hear it then.
I'm panicking here. I'm trying to go right. All right.
I can't believe you're going to roll someone under the bus here.
I have to.
Do you? If you answer this,
this is the easiest of the 5.
It's probably in the middle.
You can't be cutting your teammates and say it's easy. Like, remember the Titans? Just like you're cutting my teammates.
Plead it. Just do it.
Nah, because I want to cut someone. I'm just thinking.
Nobody listens to this podcast anyway, so
Can we come back to questions?
Yeah, we can. We'll see. Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Come back to it, and I'll cut someone.
Okay, I'm gonna do now.
Come back to my office later.
Someone's calling.
All right. So this one was a fan-ish question. I don't even know if I should call them a fan, but they're very close to the source, all of us. Maybe not Sal. I've got to use PG language here, but you know the game F, Marry, Kill, so we'll just go with Love, Marry, Kill.
Oh, there was so many of these.
Mr. Nohan Croissant.
that's Johan, by the way, for those of you that doesn't know Ike's terminology.
Yep. Eric Dick and Tyler Freeman.
Eric Dick, as most probably don't know, is our backup goalie. He played against Dallas when we lost 6-0. And Tyler Freeman is a very young kid.
Let's go with of age Tyler Freeman. I don't know what the laws are, but Tyler's 18. Let's just imagine that.
Tyler is one of our, what's it called, homegrowns.
Yeah. Eric Dick's got to go. He's dead. I could not put up with him. I sat beside him. He's dead. He's gone. Marry Tyler because it's a lifetime of just laughs. And then Big Frenchie.
You keep killing him.
Don't want to say it. Don't want to say it. But
Not kill.
It's gonna love him.
Oh, sorry.
Love Mary kill.
You're doing the walk of shame with Johan.
yeah, Frenchie's getting some love.
I think that's a good shout right there. Johan, I'm sure Johan's a pretty fun guy to hang out with, so it's a good shout.
Wait, you're sure he's a fun guy? You were his teteammate for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not at that part in my life, so I can't really,
Oh,
I don't go out anymore.
One
I'm
night
a stay-at-home dad.
Got it. Got it. Okay, which player did you miss, or former player of Sporting Kansas City, did you miss the most this past season? Johan Quase.
But he's only going like a week.
But the whole team, the combo of Diego Rubio and Kyrie Shelton, me, Iko Para, or Emiliano Amor.
I love him more. You know I love him more. He's my guy. Yeah.
Look at Ike. Look at you with his Johnny Russell jersey.
It's a close one with. I like it how Colton didn't even get a mention there. Colton, yeah, you're gone, mate. You're gone.
Well, I threw this one in here because I thought it was a no-brainer who you were choosing.
Well, you want me to choose him more because I love him.
I do. For context,
if it's going to be if it's an honest one though, then I'm more. Oh, what a guy!
So, this is Johnny and Emiliano
one conversation.
Yeah,
not one conversation with a guy.
Couldn't speak
the
English.
barrier was just like he didn't speak English. I don't speak English. It's just like.
But he loved him to the point where Johnny. So for everyone who doesn't know, obviously they probably wouldn't. We weigh in every day, and he has your name next to your weight. And Johnny would write in Amor, R.I.P. or Amor, thank you, or Amor, we miss you. Every day, something like that for the entire year.
His name got dropped in a few team meetings as well. Anyone not here? Amor. Peter, this sort of look. What a guy.
I wish I would have met him more.
Yeah, no. We would take like polls and anything Johnny could answer with Amor, he would do it. It became like the running joke of Amor was like still living on. He was what was pushing us in our playoff run, according to Johnny.
True.
So, he's there in spirit.
All right. Rank these current coaches or rank these coaches that you've played under from worst to first. You know what? I'm going to even take one out. I had Steve McLaren in there. I'm taking him out. Rank these coaches from worst to first, Steve Clark or Peter Vermees. Oh my God. Steve Clark is his national team head coach. And Johnny is in national team camp at the moment.
What career do I want to be in, my national team or my club one? Oh my God.
And this is objective here. This is going to be just good, bad, one or the other. That's it.
Yeah, I have to plead that, mate.
We've done it, boys.
I can't answer that, mate.
We've really done it.
No questions for us, thank goodness.
Like,
I was getting worried.
That's like, who would you rather sleep with, your missus, your brother, or your dad? Like, how you might answer that?
Yeah,
I think that one's easier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait.
Yeah, probably.
Do you want to sleep with the? Anyways, he's clearly your brother, but whatever.
All right, so you still have one more, Ike, and then you got to go back to the.
We can go back to cut. I mean, I can cut anyone that will now. I've just pleaded, so.
We'll take the. I'll be nice to you, Johnny, just because you never choked me out. If Celtic,
nice the question you've just asked me.
Yeah, well, I had to make you plead the fifth at least once. I mean,
thanks.
If Celtic comes calling today, are you on the first flight out tonight?
I don't need to get a flight on here. That's at this minute in time, that's probably the only team I would leave for. Yeah.
Wow, loyal man, Johnny. League men coming at you next year.
But the area I'm from, I grew up supporting them, so it's. I mean,
you think you'll play for him before you retire?
I don't know, man. Maybe not. Maybe that time's passed, but hope so.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
All right, back to the first question, and then that's it, right? Is that 5?
That's 5, yeah.
All right.
I've already made him plead the fifth, so I don't even care. I mean, I know
you still you can't plead the fifth on 2 of them.
I know, but part of me wants to substitute it now for a question that I kind of want to know the answer to.
No, you can't be nice now. You got to plan your questions accordingly.
It could still kind of be hard. I don't know. Would you rather answer that or tell the truth about whether you or not you were in a bar fight while at Derby?
No, I don't even want to hear about that. I want to hear the first question.
You want to know which one of your teammates will no longer be your teammates if you were the GM? Okay.
You want me to answer both? Yes.
I would love to hear the details. You tried to lie about it earlier at the beginning. I'm like, I know the story.
No details, but yeah. And who am I cutting?
Here, I'll tell you all the players right now, since you can't think. Roger, Zusi, Felipe, Beasler, me, Kuzain, Tim, Daniel, Ilie, Johan's already gone, Gerso, Busio, Seth, Gideon, Nemo, Madranda, Hurtado, Fonte, Graham Smith, Jayla Lindsay, Adrian Zadejas, Botan Barat, Luis Martins, Eric Dick, Hassler, Rodney Wallace, Tyler Freeman, and then some young kids that don't even count. Gideon?
Go on. Just for the sheer fact he played with Rangers, he's gone. He's out. He's out. He's gone. He's got to go.
All right.
You made an emotional decision. I don't know if that's going to help your team, but well done.
Gideon Zalem.
Yeah,
is that how you say his last name?
Zalem. Sorry, did I say Zalem? Zalalem?
Zalalem.
All right. Well, you're off my hot seat, and if you would like to share about the bonus material about your
Nah, it's probably left unsaid.
All right, Johnny. Well, we really appreciate you coming on the podcast, dude. Enjoy your time there with your coach. Don't let him know that you didn't say that he's the better coach.
No, I'm going to show him and say, like, I didn't answer. Can I get more than 20 minutes? Please.
Who do you guys got coming up?
We've got a couple of games in November. We've just played 2 games there. So.
Oh, who'd you play just now?
Russia and San Marino.
So did you beat San Marino at least?
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
Well, just so everyone knows, before we were trying to get Johnny on, Johnny was like, I should probably go to bed. It's pretty late here. I got practice early in the morning. And Benny, of course, being Benny, goes, well, it's not like you guys are practice is helping you guys out so much because you guys had just lost 3 or 4-0 to Russia. And I'm like,
it was that night. So it was like time difference. So from you guys, it's like 8 or 9 hours time difference. So it was like after the game, it was like probably 5 in the morning. And I was like, yeah, I need to get some sleep. And Benny's like, yeah, well, so if you practice in the morning, he's like, yeah, well, that's obviously not helping you guys. Thanks, mate.
But you guys beat San Marino, so it helped. Obviously, San Marino's, I don't even think they have professional soccer players there, but I'm serious. That's not even a joke. Like, it's semi-professional players.
The town I'm from, just outside Glasgow, has got a bigger population than San Marino.
Yeah. You guys played at home, right?
Yeah.
So what was the score?
6-0.
I remember my time in Germany. They were in Germany when I lived in Germany. They were in Germany's like group for qualification for the World Cup, and I think it was like 13-0 every time they played them. So
Yeah.
just remember that. I don't know if San Marino's ever won an international game. I'm serious. Dude.
No, I genuinely don't know if they have.
All right, well that's it. Go get your nap, bro. We appreciate you coming on the show. Enjoy your off season. I hope to see you again. We'll see if that happens. But
See you, mate.
good luck in the upcoming matches in November and next season in MLS.
Thanks, bro.
All right, thanks, Johnny.
Thank you, guys.
Later, bro.
Still love you, man.
Love you too, bro.
On the podcast, we really appreciate it. I think he did well on some really hard questions. I actually was surprised that he didn't answer all of them, knowing how little he cares about what people think, but we got him to plead the fifth one, so good job, Ike. And some funny stories there with how he came to Kansas City from Derby, and just how he was part of a team that could theoretically make the Prem. He had been there for 5.5 years, so it's tough making a decision like that, and interesting nonetheless, though, to see how he ended up in Kansas City.
Yeah, I think the Kansas City fans that listen to our podcast are really going to enjoy this one. There was a lot of talk about the club and a lot of the players there currently, so it should be a good one.
Yep. And as always, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, yell or stream on TuneIn, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Play. Rate and comment on Instagram and Twitter. And email us your thoughts on Benny Sal, the podcast at Gmail. We got one more podcast coming up for this first season of the podcast. And we're excited about that. Hopefully we can get who we're trying to get, but we have some pretty big names on the list. So it should be very exciting for us and all the fans out there. So continue sending us your comments and your love, and we appreciate it, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.